I feel like we, in a good way, really got into that. But is there anything to add on the creative part before we get into?
That's actually gonna, I think, lead me into the second one.
Okay, perfect.
So,
perfect.
My second one is to substitute. So when you're being creative and using recipes and trying things out, the second one is to substitute. Nutritional Ninja recipes are delicious and nutritious. So find ways to substitute. You can't always deny yourself eating certain things. I mean, you'll have cravings. I have cheeseburgers are my favorite food. I find ways to kind
They're
of
so delicious. They're so good.
eat stuff that I love and substitute things in there that aren't necessarily unhealthy. Because eating a cheeseburger, I'm sorry, it's not the healthiest option. It's got a lot of fat, it's got a lot of calories, and I'm just not going to burn that many calories in the day. So find ways to substitute. We love black bean burgers in our house. They're delicious.
Yeah,
they really
good.
are. I mean, it's got your black beans in it. It's usually got peppers and onions. We'll make them at home sometimes, and then just prep them and we'll make a double batch, because if we make them, you have to make a double batch because you want to have some in the freezer so that you can just pop them in.
Yes.
But we'll buy them from the store. I mean, we'll buy black bean burgers, and if you really want a cheeseburger,
Which black bean burgers would you buy?
But Aldi has my absolute
Really?
favorite black bean burger.
Aldi
And they're
has
vegan.
some amazing stuff.
They do. They have a really great option. They have a lot of great
Touche,
options,
Aldi's.
and their organic selection of produce is really great.
Yeah.
I shop there. I don't know. I usually shop there every week, depending on what I need. And I mean, I'll go in there and spend $60 a week on groceries. Which, when I tell people that, they're like, "You spend what?"
Right.
I mean, and it's just, granted, it is just me and my husband. The baby's not really eating a whole lot of food yet, so that's a really low bill. But it's mostly because I buy vegetables, and I buy a lot of them. But I buy a lot of vegetables. But they have really great black bean burgers, and that's what we use to kind of substitute out eating the cheeseburger, which we love cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And then substituting other things. I mean, like I said, Greek yogurt for sour cream. Get plain Greek yogurt that doesn't have sugar in it. And actually, the more that you cut sugar out of your diet, the sweeter things end up tasting. So if you actually fast from sugar for a good week or so, things are gonna taste sweeter.
It has the same effects as drugs.
That's what they say. Yeah, sugar can have the same effect as drugs.
And two, that's. You're talking about binging at home. I was watching Shark Tank, and it was a cool story, but it's these organic potato chips, and it's just coconut oil.
Yeah.
I
saw that
organic potatoes. You saw it too, right?
I never watched
I was
TV,
like, oh my god, someone
and I saw
invest in them, please. But just the saltiness, I can't just have one. Whole,
right.
And then that kind of
Once you pop.
So even
Can't
though
stop,
that's not
right?
the worst thing for me, next thing you know, I'm eating everything, and then too, I think we talking about this. I went vegetarian a couple months ago. That's been honestly, that's been pretty simple. So you're talking about substitute, it's all right, just take one thing out. Add I've never ate this morning at breakfast. We had a business meeting at breakfast. I had eggs and broccoli.
Yeah.
That would never have happened if ever. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't actively seeking vegetables. So that substitution definitely has worked for me. But that even I had to cut myself from chocolate around Halloween time.
Yeah.
Because this is vegetarian. I can eat it. But it's just that you can't. You gotta stop. You can't get started because it's not even. It doesn't even come down to willpower anymore. It's getting down to how your body starts craving
Absolutely
that awfulness, and you just I don't know.
Every once in a while, I'll fast from things. So I used to do this a lot more frequently because I had trouble removing things from my diet. So I would binge on things. I would have a hard time keeping my hands out of the potato chip bag. So I would give up snacks for a month. I would give up potato chips, and I don't know, sweets and all
It's
of
my
these
favorite
other
thing in the world.
Right. I would give up all of those things for a month, and I would actually tell people I was doing it too. Mm-hmm. So if I were talking to anybody, I mean, I'd even tell the barista at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
You know, I would tell people. It was not only reminding myself that I'm not eating these things, but then
it puts you on the hook
it gives
to
you
other
the
people.
guilt trip.
Yep.
And I'm not. I
told
know.
Steve at Starbucks that I'm not doing this anymore.
It makes you feel guilty.
Yeah, so like you're out there declaring it to the world, and that's kind of your way of holding yourself accountable.
Say things out loud, right?
Yeah,
we all know that when you're trying to accomplish something, say it out loud. Say
From
it
on
7
top
times.
of a mountain.
Right,
Yeah.
like do it. And you know, if I say, hey James, you know, I actually gave up sweets, and then we go out to lunch, and there's a cupcake sitting there, and I'm like, oh, it's just a cupcake. I'm gonna feel guilty because I already told you. So I'm like, oh, I'm not allowed to eat that. I already told you.
I already put it out there in the world.
Yeah. So, but you will. It's holding yourself accountable.
Make it Facebook official if you have to.
Facebook,
right?
Yeah, and that's where too, like, just kind of, I feel like if you eat healthy, you're shamed. Like, oh, nutritional ninja. Get away from. Keep your craziness, keep your, like, I want to live longer, look better, feel better, all that. Keep it to yourself, all right?
Absolutely.
So just keep your positive eating to yourself. So, is there any, so stating your claim, putting it out there, like, what else do you do to keep yourself excited about eating the right things?
Honestly, knowing where I was and what I felt like.
Yeah.
I never want to go back there.
Yeah.
Right.
I never want to have to put on a size 12 pair of jeans ever again.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. I've gotten rid of all of those clothes.
There's no escape plan. There's no.
There isn't.
You burned all the boats. That's awesome.
I did.
I love it.
And when, I just don't want to go back there. I was tired. I just didn't feel great. I didn't have energy. I'm kind of spunky now. I never used to be spunky.
Kind of. Really? Kind of spunky,
okay.
right?
I'm kind of spunky. Like, I've got it in me to, like, just jump up and do, whatever I want to do. But that's, that's part of working out and eating healthy. And the fact that I did get all of that extra weight off my body completely changed my life. Yeah. So I know both sides of the coin. Yeah. And I know that what I had before, I never want that back. Yeah. So that's what keeps me going. In the midst of it, when I was losing weight, I actually had a scale. And they say some people this works for and some it doesn't. But for me, it really worked. I would weigh myself very often. I would do it almost every day.
Yeah.
And when I started seeing results, I wanted to see more results.
Right.
And then I wanted to see more because
I was like, I'm doing it.
Winning. Well, I'm doing it. And that's where it really worked for me. Was seeing that my changes, the changes that I was making in my life were having an effect, and it was working.
Yeah. Because I know there's been times where I'm like, I feel fatter, but then I get on the scale and I lost weight. Or I feel better. I feel like I cut some weight and I weigh more. So obviously there's a bunch of stuff going on, but like any goal in the world, like if you're not checking,
how do you know?
If you're not checking your progress, or
you have no idea where you're at.
Yeah, so I like that.
You have no clue where you're at.
Very cool.
No, I love it.
Yes.
Awesome. And then one thing I wanted to say out there is about substituting. They're not always going to work for everybody. So, for instance, the sour cream and the Greek yogurt thing, that might not be your thing.
Yeah.
But continue to try.
Yeah.
So Lauren's got all sorts of things in her quiver of arrows.
I do.
So
I don't know. That's how you shoot.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, hit me up.
Yeah, hit her up. Follow her, but that's gonna be.
It's gonna be really hard because she's a ninja.
Yes.
So, well, you have to step up your game. Sorry.
But don't stop trying. Is what
At
it
this
is.
girl's adventure.
Yeah. At this girl's.
I love that, by the way.
Yes.
This girl's adventure.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, there's so many substitutions out there. I mean, you do have to be careful. For instance, I had to give up dairy for a while because my baby girl, she has a dairy allergy. So I couldn't eat it because I was nursing. So, there's all of those things. And then if you are doing Nutritional Ninja and you're sneaking these healthy things in and giving them to people, you also want to make sure your daughter has an allergy as well.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit cognizant
Surprise.
surprise.
That was so nutritious it killed you.
Going to the hospital.
Yeah,
So you have to be aware of, people that do have special dietary needs. Now, people that do have special dietary needs know to ask.
They're looking.
They're usually gonna ask. They're gonna say, "Hey, what's in this?"
Right.
And my suggestion would be honest. If somebody asks you what's in something, always
tell you.
tell
Right.
them. They might be
Oh, my Lord.
asking
Oh, my Lord.
because there's a reason that they're asking. So make
Yeah.
sure that you're telling people what's in it if they're asking you. If they don't ask, it's probably because they can eat whatever they want.
Yeah, Amanda and I are the crazy parents in every single aisle reading the ingredients on the boxes because Quinn has a peanut allergy, and I'm also calling companies just to make sure that they're not on shared lines because that could mean a world of difference.
Yeah.
So allergies are super duper important, and it honestly wasn't something that was important to me, and I didn't check for until a year ago when we found everything out. So definitely, we're starting to pay attention more to what's in everything that she's eating because whatever she's eating, we're eating. And I can't eat anything with peanuts in it because I could give her a hug or a kiss and she could have a reaction, and there's zero scale, and it's not worth it. You know, it's not worth it. Just like, you're making a decision.
It's not worth it, bro.
It's not worth it, yeah. You're making a decision because it's not worth it to you to continue eating poorly.
Right.
It's not worth it to you. It's not worth it to you to eat
Right.
whatever. So
and that's what it came down to. When I decided to completely change my lifestyle, eat a healthier diet, why am I doing this? What is it? Is it a certain way that I want to look? Yeah, to an extent. Is it about how I want to feel? I want to feel better. I want to have energy. I want to go through life and be able to, go out or have a good time with my friends because I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it today. I'm so tired. I want to have the energy to be able to live my life, go out and get stuff done, climb mountains. I love climbing mountains.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Those
Doing
kinds
yoga
of things.
on
Yes.
mountains.
That's sweet.
Doing yoga on mountains. Do yoga anywhere because it makes my brain happy. But doing these things and having the energy and the ability to do them was what it was all about. So.
And would you say you are a little more comfortable in your own skin nowadays too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because
confidence.
I see you posting stuff, after you had Lucy and everything like that, and just you talked about the journey and everything like that, and it's been awesome. And
Right.
I'm a follower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was the best too. You were upside down yoga
In Sedona.
IBB spot. Well, I saw the IBB.
Oh yeah, that's.
Probably one of the
with
top
Lucy.
IBB
Yeah, that
spotters
was
ever
of all time. Yeah.
I practice yoga at home almost every day, and when you have a baby crawling around, she's right there, she's in it, and sometimes she'll crawl around, make me fall over, but that's okay.
That was it was
It's
a
all good.
headstand, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Forearm headstand.
I'm gonna find the picture. I'm gonna put it over here,
Right here?
our faces.
Just block
our faces.
Block
right
my
here.
face. The whole time.
That's what's happening.
Cool.
So, yes.
Awesome. Anything else to add to Substitute?
No, try it out. So experiment with substitutions.
Love
So be creative, experiment, use substitutions, find things that work. Sometimes you'll fail, but hey, that's okay. We all do it.